Welcome to Coaches Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi, and welcome our guests from Mars High School, Pittsburgh Pirate relief pitcher David "the Bull" Bednar. And David, congratulations on being named National League Relief Pitcher of the Month for May. David, you had such a great start to this season, 12 saves and 13 save situations, and ERA for a while that was under 1. What was working for you during this great stretch?
Oh man, honestly, I was just trying to fill up the zone with, all three of my pitches, and then, having a great defense behind me is what really helped, and, able to stay consistent throughout that.
David, it appeared when you were coming in, you were in a zone. You were striking out at least 2 of every 3 batters you faced in an inning. You had a couple of stretches there where you went over 2 innings in relief, kind of a throwback to what some of the great closers did in the past. Does that bother you at all, pitching a couple extra innings?
Honestly, I don't really think about it too much. I think just whenever the phone rings, I want the ball, and until they take it from me. So I just try and go out there and get outs and help the team win.
Hey, David, recently, like a lot of pitchers and everyone in the game of baseball, you've had a little bit of a rough stretch. How much is your back injury factored into this, and what's been the difference of late compared to what was working for you before?
Sometimes throughout the course of the 162, you're going to have some ups and downs, and had 1 or 2 rough ones, and so but now we're just kind of on the other side of it, and looking to move past it and go on another good run here.
David, you often look at film to see what you were doing in a strong stretch as compared to maybe when you hit a hiccup?
Yes and no. I think just a small little hiccup like that, I think it's, you can just chalk it up to that's just kind of baseball. But, I think for the most part, it's just trying to stay consistent within your approach, and, just keep going after it. Because, like I said, it's a long season. You're going to have your ups and downs, but, as long as you come out on top more often, it's all good.
How much do you try to pay attention, or I'm sure you with the pitching coach and all the analytics, to the mechanics, and how much maybe a little bit of a change can affect what you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. Throughout the season, it is easy to kind of fall into maybe it's like a slightly, bad habit, but, that's kind of why you were able to work with your strength coaches, your trainers, your pitching coaches to kind of help, they were to kind of point that out, and, usually it's a quick fix, and you're able to kind of right the ship right away.
Dave, with your back, you sat out a little bit. Was it more of a muscular thing, a strain to your lower back that prevented you from being flexible on a mound?
No, just deal with some typical back stuff, but thankfully able to have some time off and able to get past it here.
So how do you stay in an even kill? You have maybe 7 or 8 great outings, and then maybe you struggle for an outing. So mentally, how do you keep yourself on an even kill and in a positive mode?
Also, I try and just treat the good ones just like the bad ones. I mean, I try and flush it right after, and because especially being a relief pitcher, you're right back in there the next day, so it doesn't really matter what you did the day before, regardless if it was good or bad. You just gotta go out and keep producing.
Hey, David, I wanted to ask you now, the Yankees are coming to town. They have Major League Baseball's best record. They got power hitters with Aaron Judge and Stanton in the lineup, plus others. So when you come in to pitch a game, let's just say against a last place team, now you're going to face the Yankees. How much, or does your demeanor change at all? Do you ratchet up a notch, or you stay pretty much the same guy?
Honestly, it really doesn't matter at all to me. It's kind of the same thing. You're still facing a big league hitter in the box, and so I think the ultimate goal is you got to get out. And it doesn't matter who's up or who you're playing.
David, so many young players on this team. The future looks very, very, very bright. What's impressed you so far about some of the young players that have come up?
I think the biggest thing is just, the guys that are just coming up and playing hard. With being so young, you're going to have some mistakes, but you can deal with those. And, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the biggest thing is that, those guys come up and play hard. and they come to compete every single day. So like even if they struggle one day, they're able to flush it really quick, and that's kind of as a sign of being a good big leaguer.
I wanted to ask you, like when you come in to pitch relief, say against the Brewers, you know who you're going to face. How much do you have you paid attention to their hitters, and what do you try to do? Do you try to pitch a guy differently than maybe you did the last time you faced them, or you go with what is just working for you?
For the majority, I'm pitching to whatever my strengths are, and but I mean we have scouting report meetings before each series, so we have a general plan of attack for each hitter, and we know what they've been doing lately and what their tendencies are. So just like they are for the pitchers too. So it's a cat and mouse game, but we do our homework, but at the end of the day, it's trying to pitch to your strengths and just help try and get guys out.
David, so much talk about how young the Pirates are and where they could be 2 or 3 years from now with everything coming together. Where do you see this team in a couple of years?
Oh man, who knows? I think the sky's the limit. I think there's like you just said, there's a lot of young talent, and I think a lot of guys that want to win, and I think there's certainly a talent to back it up. And I think once everybody kind of, is able to get their feet wet, and I think you see it right now, guys are kind of starting to make some strides, and you're starting to see flashes. So hopefully we kind of just keep building on that, and who knows? Like I said, the sky's the limit.
David, come August, contending teams are always looking for help to give them the edge heading into the playoffs. Certainly, many teams will be interested in you. You're one of the best relievers in the game. When you hear such talk, how do you react to it? You try to put it out of your mind and just go about your business.
I kind of just flush it. I don't really pay much attention to it because all the talk's just going to be the talk, and I understand the business side of it, but it's nothing I can control whatsoever. So it goes one in one ear out the other.
David, wish you great luck the rest of the year. I'm anxious to come down and see the Pirates and play the Yankees. It's Bill Mazeroski bobblehead night, and I'm sure the Pirates are going to be jacked up for this 2-game series with the Yankees.
Oh yeah, go Bucks, baby.
Hey, David, thanks for joining us. Good luck to you, and stay healthy the rest of the year.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Alan George.
From high school sports to community events and beyond, you can find all of your favorite local shows on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
Hi, I'm Tricia from the Butler Buzz. You can watch my show or other local programming like Up for Adoption or Hunting Nostalgia, only on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
Check us out right now on Channel 100 or search Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on YouTube for playlists and much more. Spirit, town pride, community. This is the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
I am back, joined to my right by the Swami George Abraham, to my left the Tiger Albert Campman. Let's go to Spotlight and honors North Allegheny's Caleb Shaw, named Post-Gazette Boys Volleyball Player of the Year. Shaw will attend Penn State, majoring in engineering. He will play club volleyball his first year and then try out as a walk-on for the very good Penn State volleyball team.
That tells you how good Penn State is.
That tells you how good that they
That
are.
was my first thought. My goodness.
And this kid's terrific player.
Absolutely.
And his father, Coach Dan Shaw, just resigned as NA boys volleyball coach. Guys, 20 years, 16 WPL titles, including the last 5 in a row, 9 state championship appearances. He won 5 of them. His teams have lost just 2 matches in the last 5 years.
Oh, absolutely. Give his brother a chance to win a little bit.
Well, his brother and Owen, his son, plays baseball for NA, will be a junior, and he wants to take time off and watch his son play some baseball the next 2 years. WPL softball honors Seneca Valley pitcher Lexi Hames named WPIAL 6A softball player of the year. This is a freshman. She was 14-6 with a 1.50 ERA and belted 14 home runs and 35 RBI. 6A baseball, North Allegheny shortstop Cole Young, 6A player of the year. All-State softball honors 6A first team third baseman Maddie Gross of Seneca Valley. She had 14 home runs and 46 RBI. Lexi Hames was first team utility. And in 4A, Natalie King of Freeport made second team. She's a catcher. Shortstop Addie DeHitis of Freeport. She was second team All-State. And in 3A, Karn City pitcher Mara Patton. She was second team. And shortstop Ashley Fox of Karn City. She was also second team. And I want to mention these kids, PG Athletes of the Year. We all know about Rodney Gallagher. What he did in football, over 1,000 yards rushing, over 1,000 yards passing, 18.6 points a game. In basketball, led them to the first WPL title in 52 years. Headed to West Virginia. And the female athlete of the year, this girl's phenomenal. Peyton List of Beaver. Basketball, volleyball, softball, basketball, she averaged 22.6 points a game, the fifth leading scorer in the WPIL. And softball, she was 18-1, 0.36 ERA, and pitched the Bobcats to the WPIAL 4A title.
I saw her play as a freshman.
Well, and basketball.
Yeah.
I saw her play this year in softball. I saw her in softball. She's dominating.
She's going to Virginia Tech to pitch.
Mhm.
18-1. What a record. I mean,
You know,
0.36.
I was just thinking about that. Girls softball, because the same girl pitches every game. If they brought in 3 pitchers, she could pitch them all or none. Right, Al?
Yes.
I mean, it's not like halfback where you need 3 of them. You know,
Right.
She has to be that good.
Yeah,
I think in most colleges,
do you think they would bring 3 others in?
I know they have.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think most colleges, when you see them in the world, they only have like 2 starting pitchers.
Oh, that's
I
all.
think,
Yeah,
and the
well,
rest
one
of them
and a
are all
half, really.
relievers.
Yeah.
The one's on fire. They won't
Yeah.
pitch the other one.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
that's what I was wondering. That you talk about competition. Woo!
And in harness racing at the Meadows, Brady Big Bucks Brown of Slippery Rock, he powered drive to deliver to a second straight $8,000 purse. Hey, what does Brown drive when he's not racing? A Brinks truck?
I don't know. He's a young kid. He's just killing it down there. But he's got a few to catch Dave Pallone, though. He has 20,000 wins.
Wow. I know every time we have money, he's pulling in 8,000,
no.
7,500.
And I'll tell you what.
That's once a week.
No, you know what, though? He's gotten so good. Used to be you could get him at a great price, you know? They're wise to him. Now he's that good.
And in coaching, 23-year-old Slippery Rock High School grad and Grove City College grad Stephanie Crow, she succeeds Amber Osborne as the new Slippery Rock High School girls basketball coach. You know, she played at the Rock, went to Grove City, and suffered back-to-back ACL tears that ruined her career there at Grove City College.
Well, they've always had good girls up there. It'll be interesting to see if they run out or not, because they have good girls in all sports. It's tremendous. For a long time they have.
Let's go to our stories of the week. You know, that shifting of the earth, was it an avalanche? Was it an earthquake?
No, it was Lincoln Riley.
College football, the ever-shifting landscape, over the mountains, across the rivers. There are no boundaries anymore. It's onto the banks that we go. USC and UCLA to join the Big Ten in 2024. The Pac-12 guys, they have been off the college football radar for the last 10 or 15 years. I don't know if you remember me saying a year or two ago that the Pac-12 needs to jump on Texas and Oklahoma. They didn't do it. They hesitated. Now they're going into the Big Ten. I heard someone say, "Oh, we're going to have Rutgers and USC in football," and I said, "Hold on. You rather watch that or Wake Forest and Duke?" I said, how about the other games? USC and Ohio State, UCLA and Michigan. How about UCLA and Ohio State in basketball? So, guys, it's just going to take off. And I heard someone say that USC and UCLA fit into the mold of research universities. That's why they're doing it. Hey, you know those Marilyn Monroe movies. She didn't wear those outfits were just artistic. Right? They had nothing to do with sex appeal.
No.
Oh, my gosh.
I heard that, and I'm going,
Please
come on,
stop
guys,
that,
just
please.
admit what it is.
It's a money grab, and that's fine. We're okay. Al and I always laugh about that. Just say what it is.
Absolutely.
We're out to make money. It's a business.
Don't be any more hypocritical than you have been.
No, just say we're out to make all the money we can.
Now they want to reach. They want a 20-team league. They want to reach for Oregon, Washington, Utah, and Notre Dame. And here's what the talk is: when they put them all together, when it comes, you're talking each team's pulling in $100 million a year in revenue.
Yeah, they're gonna have a West Conference and an East Conference.
And the West, this is just my conjecture. It looks something like this: USC, UCLA, Nebraska, Iowa, Oregon, Washington, Utah, Notre Dame, Illinois, and Minnesota.
You know what's funny about it? Two things. First of all, Utah's probably the best team in the last few years.
They're very
and I don't think Phil Knight's going to let Oregon get left out.
No way.
Oregon's is going to name where they want to go to.
Yeah.
And one thing you said, Eddie, that I disagreed with. The Pac-12 did not let Texas and Oklahoma get away. Texas and Oklahoma said.
Well, I mean, they should have gone after.
They weren't
They did. No, I guarantee you they
right,
did. I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Texas and Oklahoma looked this way, man. You're paying us $12 million, and the SEC is paying us
38
million.
No, I agree.
I guarantee
they
they
should have
went
made
after
a harder pick because Pac-12 teams only did 19 million a team,
That's what I'm saying.
where
They
the
couldn't
SEC
offer.
was 50-some million and almost 50 million for the
Yeah.
Big Ten. And listen, this thing isn't over yet.
No.
There's that pull from the SEC. They want Clemson,
They're
Miami,
going.
Florida State,
For
North
sure.
Carolina, and they're going to do. Look, if you go to the ACC, there are only 3 schools that sell out: Clemson, Virginia Tech, Florida State.
Right.
The rest of
Well,
them are dog attendance.
Because we live locally next to the Pitt Panthers, they're the ones getting left out. It's going to be very interesting that all these teams you mentioned all them, and Pitt's not even part of it. I don't know what they're going to do with it. I don't know what they're going to do.
If I'm
The
Heather
Big
Light,
Ten. They
Heather-
said she has ties there.
I'm running to the door of the Big Ten. Let me in. Let me in.
Please, we'll do anything.
Yeah, let us in. Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to have 2 or 3 power conferences, 40 or 50 teams. I've been saying this. They're going to break away, have their own deal.
We know for sure.
And the remnants of the Power 5 will have to join the Gang of 5
Yeah.
and work out their own conference. So the ACC may align with the Big 12. The Big 12 may align with the Pac-12.
Yeah, you could still have some good games like Fresno versus Cincinnati.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be under the big umbrella.
And when you go to the super conferences, you forget about the rent-a-wrecks. They're not going to happen. You're not going to have Alabama playing Middle Tennessee State in the middle of the year.
It does.
Because
well, there goes their revenue. Like last year, 130 teams,
They won't
30 made
survive.
money.
right,
How they survive?
They won't survive.
I don't know. That's a good and
Don't you wait? Excuse
and
me.
they don't care.
But
What's worse is
No, they
They don't
they don't. What I'm saying, don't you think though, Al, Ed, they will want a 12 gamer with 4 games to choose so they can win all the time.
And here's the other thing, Metro. They're going to go to 14 games.
No, that's next.
They're going to 14
That wouldn't
games.
surprise me.
Well, Eddie,
so
I
much
never
for the
thought of that.
research.
There's the answer to George's question.
Yeah.
So,
They're going
so
to
now
14 games.
they still get the big revenue from all the big
9
games.
league games
Yeah.
and 5
And
Patsies.
then they'll get the
or
Pats. That's
something.
how
And
they
the Patsies
survive.
will make money.
That's how they survive. That's good.
And then
Adding to it.
and then
They
you have
can.
those 2 20-team conferences who each have 8 teams in each conference and 16 teams in the playoffs,
Yeah.
and then the championship. Like it'll be college football, the pro league,
NFL style. Huh?
And I hear people say, "Oh, what are they doing?" Let me give you a story. The Hugh McElhaney, the great All-Pro Hall of Fame running back, passed away last week at 93. He was Gal Sayers before Gal Sayers. 6 foot, 200 pounds. You saw what he
49ers.
did in the NFL in the 50s and 60s. When he was at Washington, he was making $15,000 a year. He was getting checks every month. He didn't know that. Never the same guy signed the checks. He had free clothing at a clothing store there in Washington.
It's just above board.
Yeah. So in 52, he's drafted by the 49ers. He signs a contract for $7,000. He took an $8,000 pay cut to turn. I mean, this isn't anything new, but it's catching up with those schools that did it for years down in the deep south and
Yeah,
got away
it's not
with
an
it.
advantage. The thing that I don't understand is how 2 guys that never played before can get that kind of money. These quarterbacks at like Tennessee or wherever, they've not even proven themselves. Like this Manning kid's got millions, right?
Well, so the dominoes, the whole thing, the NIL, and what has happened, and now these schools realize they need that 13 to 15 million and maybe 20 million a year
That's
to
what-
compete at this
That's
level.
what the coach always
And so
State.
the alliance is in there now. The guys who aren't happy about it, Dabo and Nick, hey guys, this is part of the world that you created yourself.
And when you talk about those two, Saban usually complains, but the Alabama alumni make him change. Or Dabo, he just puts his foot down and says, I'm not changing. I don't know if Clemson can survive
Now,
if they don't change.
they're going to the SEC. There's no way. When you put the figures down there that you potentially
You have to go.
can
Yeah.
make $100 million a year
the
for
AD is gonna
for
say-
your school.
He's going to make like Jamie Dixon, Boeheim, Krzyzewski, Roy Williams, the ADs made that decision for them. They
Yes.
didn't want to change things.
And I think eventually we're going to see better games. You're going to see a lot of outstanding games, more so than ever before. More intersectional type games that you've had before. I mean, it'd be great to see the Alabama-Clemson matchup on a yearly basis. Now, you know the ACC has gone to getting rid of division play after this year.
Yeah, one more year.
Now, they did Pitt a disservice. You tell me what you guys think. Pitt regular games would be Virginia Tech, Syracuse, Boston College. Where's the rivalry?
No, they went with history there. They didn't go with rivalry.
Yeah,
They went
there's
with history.
there's no rivalry.
No.
And it's a marketing,
No.
I don't want to call it. It's not a marketing tool for Pitt football because it's a hard sell to begin with. So no more Miami on the schedule. Infrequently Florida State. No more North Carolina, which Pitt had developed somewhat of a rivalry
Absolutely.
with.
There's a lot of eyeballs. That's one thing you guys both were dead on talking about the SEC. That North Carolina, that Charlotte area, they want that TV market.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just the way it's going to be. And
Mhm.
everyone who's complaining, they'll get used to it. I know people say, well, what about volleyball between USC and
They'll
Northwestern?
figure it out.
They'll work it out.
Don't you
somehow,
think, like
some
the little
way.
thing, they'll come for a week, they'll travel in twos like they do in these basketball leagues.
Yeah.
In Southern Cal, UCLA come out. They'll play Ohio State on Monday, play Penn State on Wednesday, and so on volleyball, like on a Friday. Or they'll have maybe 3 there at one time, like they do the high school track now.
We got to figure out something.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, and then you look at a football game, Ohio State at Southern Cal or at UCLA
Oh.
playing in that Rose Bowl setting. It's just you could see the dollars just.
I guess they've
falling out
killed
of
the
the
Rose
tree.
Bowl, though, huh?
I think they've killed all the bowls. The bowls are insignificant. There's no bottom anymore. The bottom's falling out. There just won't be any more significant bowls unless they're tied to a championship.
Everything you're saying just kills me, Eddie. How about that?
I
Now,
understand.
Like I sit here quiet. You fans are watching. I have nothing to say because it bothers me so bad.
Because you're used to a certain way.
No, it's
Yeah.
money. No,
Yeah,
Our
it's-
George knows me. That they don't think people.
No.
They don't think kids.
No.
They don't think us. They think one
Yeah.
thing.
The only
money.
good thing, I've been telling them
No.
that for years.
Yeah.
It took a
No,
while.
it's so
No, 'cause
disgusting.
you're
It's so disgusting.
No, you don't.
It's so
You're not
disgusting.
wired like that,
Wow.
so it's hard for you to
I-
imagine.
It's amazing.
It's all money.
I'm just glad they're part of the research institution.
Yeah, I was the best.
No, but it makes me cry that they try to put that on us.
Yeah.
That it's all about the money.
Absolutely.
See the bow ties.
100%.
No,
Well, I
absolutely.
could use my old saying, Mark Twain about Washington. 2 most important things, money, and he forgot the second one. That's
Yeah,
all it
that's
is.
Right, yeah.
Hey, Major League Baseball, the Yanks are coming. After splitting with the Brewers 4 games, the Pirates will host the Yankees for 2. The Pirates 32-47. The Yanks, the best record in Major League Baseball, and it's been bombs away in Major League Baseball. How about the Pirates? 3 players in an 11-day span, each
3
hit
home
3
runs.
home runs. And this I never heard of. Mike Perez came into a game with a 129 batting average and hit 3 home runs. I've never heard of that before in Major League Baseball.
That's because he has this swing. That's why he's at 129.
Hey, you know
he
what?
happened to run into the
Hey,
balls that day.
And that one, the last one, it hit the top row.
Oh, it was a
It-
blast.
Eddie, it was inches from the water. And I think it's on. How much bounce is there out
Yeah.
there?
Hey, Eddie, now I know you sat here and I told you if they happen to get now, they have to still get some pitching. But I told you 3 years from now they're going to be really good. If you ain't seeing it now, if you're not seeing it, then you're blind.
I agree with you
You're
partly.
blind.
Partly. I see it in the field.
And I've said that all
until
along.
they get 3 starting
Yeah,
pitchers.
I've said that all
I'm
along.
not-
I've said that all along, though.
Yeah.
I said they have a stock. Remember, their 2+ players aren't up here yet.
Yeah.
Davis and Gonzalez aren't up here yet. They got 2 more way better than everybody else.
Oh, I
You
agree.
understand? It's just that they have to get.
I
they have to get
trust
some
that.
pitching.
I don't know if I trust management to get the starters.
You have to pay him.
That's true.
Now, hey, Ralph.
Zion's pitched in the first game.
Yeah.
I mean, how
Ralph
bad is
Kiner
that?
4 times hit 3 home runs in the game. And the Yankees, they set a Major League Baseball record with 57 homers for the month of June. And Aaron Judge with 29. He ties Mantle, may go ahead of him. Mantle twice had 29 home runs before the All-Star game. And the Cardinals hit 4 in a row in the first inning. That's a Major League Baseball record. And the Angels struck out 20 times
I
in
did.
the game.
Thanks for saving that last
They're all
one.
together. They're all together,
Yeah,
right?
all
All
together.
together. Yeah, absolutely.
And Mike Trout, 9 of his last 11 at-bats, he struck out. And yet, Major League Baseball says home runs are down 9% from last year. How is that possible? But the batting average is still
Oh,
pitiful, only
no.
240.
The game is never coming back. Once again, you talk about college football never coming back. baseball's never coming
No,
back
it's,
either.
it's not going to be. Hey, we finished with this Coney Island Nathan's hot dog eating contest for the 15th year in a row. Joey Chestnut wins the mustard belt. He wolfed down 63
He was down
dogs
to
and buns.
63. He had his previous record was 76.
Yeah, 76. and for the female winner, Mickey Sudo, who missed last year, she had a baby. She wolfed down 40 of them.
Here's how small she is.
Yeah,
You'd think it would be some large woman. It is not.
Hey, and we finished with this. The top dog at the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show was Trumpet, the first ever bloodhound to win.
There you
so
go.
there's
Go,
no more,
Trumpet.
there's no more singing. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. We finished with that. We'll see you next week.
Armstrong is honored to commemorate the 5th anniversary of our Healing Heroes initiative. With your support, we've tripled our goal by raising $338,000, enabling us to provide 15 area veterans with service dogs. We continue to encourage veterans in need of this life-changing assistance to apply for a Guardian Angels medical service dog by visiting armstrongonewire.com/healingheroes and clicking Apply Now. Together, we can unleash the power to heal.
Thank you for being an Armstrong customer. As your internet, TV, and telephone provider, we continually invest in our state-of-the-art fiber optic network across 6 states to meet current needs and stay ahead of future demands. Our employees are your family, friends, and neighbors. Their dedication to customer service sets us apart as an industry leader. We believe it's our responsibility to be good community partners through sponsorships and outreach programs like Breaking Bread. Why Armstrong? Unmatched employees, unmatched customer care, unmatched fiber network.